Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and in today's video we're checking out this week's event for Idle Heroes. We have Prophet Orbs, Heroic Miracle, and Campaign Loot Drop. And DH Games have also announced they're going to be doing some adjustments this week, which should be pretty drastic and actually get a lot of us spenders some fantastic rewards. It shows a tendency on DH Games' part, which we discussed last week, that they do just want to give us more stuff. And I think this could also trickle down for free-to-play players as well, that actually the rewards we get from events will improve, especially big events that we'll be approaching, such as Black Friday, Christmas, Chinese New Year, just to name a few. Hopefully that means on the way we're going to be seeing some good stuff, but we won't know really until later on in this week when we see the true colors of this update. But nonetheless, guys, I'll let you know everything you need to know and whether you should be spending your money this week. As well, folks, I'd love to give a big shout out to two new individuals who've decided to back me on Patreon, Kazgul and Josh Wilco. Thank you so much for your support. Every dollar that is pledged by the fantastic community that you are really helps me to continue making the content that I am. All the money goes into the VIP series, buying new equipment. In fact, I've just gone ahead and bought a brand new PC as well. And of course, it helps me keep doing this full time and not needing to go and get a part-time job. So thank you for all the support, guys. You guys are fantastic. And if you want to be like them and get access to Patreon, its benefits, including account reviews, go click that link up there, and you can also find a link down below in the description. Anyway, folks, let's go check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. Every day for logging in, we're going to get 100 of these wigs. They're called the Gorgeous Disguise. It reads, "A genius invention as it is, the wig is a marvelous yet simple item that makes ordinary people become glamorous, celebrities more shining, and balls more lively." Nice one, DH Games. Never known a wig to do that before. Anyway, as you can see, we get a Prophet Orb as well every day for logging in, so be sure to log in. These wigs and Prophet Orbs are going to be crucial to your success this event, and you'll be able to get your hands on some really good stuff, whether it's from Prophet Orbs, whether you're going to save them, but most importantly, those wigs can be cashed in for some neat rewards, which we'll take a look at in a second. So folks, let's go ahead to the cool event and check out this. First things first, value packages are here. We get 10,000 gems, which is double what you get from your VIP experience. I think this is just the standard way now that they're going to be doing this, that you get double gems instead of the normal 5,000 we'd expect. You're also getting 50 Prophet Orbs, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's higher than normal. So that's one Prophet Orb for every 100 VIP XP. That's awesome, actually, and that scales down as we go. And they've also increased the amount of Gorgeous Disguise, or whatever the campaign currency is, which is awesome. It means you're getting 700 for 100 bucks as opposed to 600 for 100 bucks. That means it's actually cheaper to pick up any of the rewards from the store, which you can see here, which means potentially artifacts are going to be a lot more affordable. I say that with little fingers like this because artifacts have always been a little cheaper now with the rate they're giving away mysterious artifact chests, and we don't actually have to spend as much money to get our hands on them. So actually, for quite some time, these packages have been kind of bad value, because normally you'd have to spend about 200 bucks to get your hands on an artifact. Now that doesn't seem to be the case, so that's pretty good. I think it's just over 150 bucks now that you have to spend, which is not the best, but it's still an improvement, so maybe that's something you guys can get excited about. We have this package here as well. It's pretty good. It costs 50 bucks and gives 5,000 gems, 10 Cores of Transcendence, 300 Universal Crystals, 30 Glorious Relics, and a luxury 5-star Hero Selection chest. This is nice. It's a very standard $50 package that they do. They love giving away these 5-star luxury chests, and getting relics is nice. Universal Crystals will get you one step closer to potentially getting really high rewards from either this campaign loot drop event, or they can be saved for a future one. My advice would be save up all the Universal Crystals you can, and then cash them in to get a high reward, such as an artifact. Well, definitely get an artifact. They are the best rewards. And 10 Cores of Transcendence just flat out are normally worth 50 bucks anyway. So all of this stuff just comes together at a really nice price if this is the kind of thing you want to purchase. I'm not saying you have to, but if spending 50 bucks on this game is something you're familiar with, this is potentially worth picking up. Also, for the more budget players, we have the Honey Supplies. You spend 1,500 gems here, and every single day for the next 7 days, you're going to get your hands on 2 Prophet Orbs. So that works out at 14 Prophet Orbs for 1,500 gems. That's insanely cheap. That's actually lower than the price of Heroic Summon Scrolls. And that's mad, considering Prophet Orbs give way better stuff. So these Prophet Orbs will help you out this week if you wanted to do the Prophet Orb event. or you can save them in hopes that there will be a big profit orb event coming. My prediction is that the next big profit orb event is going to probably end up being the release of Aspen as a Transcendence hero, so stacking up profit orbs could be useful for that one. If not, there is a chance it could line up with maybe like an extended Black Friday or an extended Christmas. Depends what DH Games have in mind. They can be pretty unpredictable in the holiday season. We've seen it all change around before. For example, Black Friday always used to be profit orbs, but now it seems it's always heroic summons. So you guys should just be, probably a little careful about whether you should use profit orbs this week, and that's going to be something we're going to talk about as well very soon. If you wanted to go ahead and spend $20, you can get yourself a copy of Seahu, and most importantly, you get 15 heroic summon scrolls every day. That's mad. So you're getting over 100. It's what about 15 times 7 is. Quick maths. 105? Yeah, 105. And 5 glorious relics every day. So that's 35 glorious relics. That's pretty neat. And that's 1,000 VIP experience as well. And that's worth noting because if you take a look at the Moonlight Gift, we get additional bonuses if you get VIP XP. Now, the only way you can get VIP XP is if you spend money. So if you're sitting on either some Google Play points or whatever the equivalent is for the App Store, or just ways of getting yourself some cheaper deals, or maybe you want to spend a little bit of money, you guys can get yourself some high-end rewards here. Glorious Relics, there's 5-star Hero Selection chests. We also have Glorious Relics again, and a Light and Dark Hero Selection chest. And finally, if you want to spend $150 in this game, that's 7,500 VIP XP, you're going to get yourself another 80 Glorious Relics and a Mysterious Artifact Selection chest. And Artifact Selection chests are crucial to your progress in this game because getting artifacts is fantastic. So if you guys are aware of that and you're used to spending to get Mysterious Artifacts, this could be pretty good. Now, one thing for budget players and people that like to only get the bare necessities for their account but don't mind spending a fair bit, I say fair bit, it's not really much, it's more like a subscription fee that you're going to pay in advance, because what I wanted to mention was right here, the privilege card and the senior privilege card. You might know that you can buy these ahead of time. This has been ticking down for quite some time. Even on the VIP series, we're down to 23 days. So what I could do to rack up my VIP points, I could just buy privilege cards. And if I buy the normal one and the senior one, that's 1,000 VIP points each time. So I could buy my cards for the next 6 months. That gets me 6,000 VIP XP. And then I'm great. I'm actually in a really comfortable situation. Another option you can do is go ahead and buy, again, the monthly card. This is really good value. That's getting you a ton of stuff. If you haven't already, the Diamond Fund as well is something you can purchase. That's another 500 VIP XP. My advice to anyone, especially if you're new, is do not buy the Diamond Fund unless it's an event like this, because those extra 500 VIP points can really push you ahead to get you potentially some really nice rewards here. And being within a chance of getting Mysterious Artifact Selection chest, if you're willing to spend up to $150, that's pretty good. In addition, guys, one thing worth noting is DH Games have announced they're going to make some adjustments to the game, and this is crucial for that Moonlight package in particular, because first, they're going to make some adjustments to Hand of Midas, which means we're going to get more gold. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Much needed. Thank you, DH Games. In addition, they're going to adjust the following packages. Transcendence packages, my prediction here is they're going to give gems, or maybe they're going to bump it up from 20 to 25 cores. Either way, that's very nice. Monthly packages, weekly packages, and daily packages are also going to see improvements to what they already give. And I think that's kind of cool, because if you look here, Transcendence packages, they look a bit empty. Maybe they're going to pad that out with gems, as I said. Monthly packages, yeah, these need a little bit of reworking. Weekly packages, same thing. Because really, I don't think anyone picks these up, even though they can potentially be good value. They just don't jump out to me as stuff I want to grab. So it'll be interesting to see what this is. And the daily packages, these are going to get changed too. So more scrolls, more gold, more gems. That's my prediction. And that might make even these worth picking up. Now, one thing I wanted to say is this comes out on the 20th of October. That's Wednesday. Wednesday, guys. That means that this change will happen before this week is over. Which means if you are planning on spending for the Moonlight Gift, my advice is to wait until Wednesday and see what's coming. Because the rewards that could be given to us, weekly, monthly, daily, whatever, could be phenomenal. They could be way better than what we're used to seeing. So just wait until that's the case, and we can go and take a look at that on Wednesday. I'll make a video just like this one and talk about the value that I think there is in those packages and what you should go ahead and pick up for yourselves. So yeah, hopefully guys, you can take my advice there. Save your cash, wait until Wednesday, let's all go and take a look then. Of course, if you're a big heavy spender and you've already spent your money, then, I mean, fair enough. But yeah, let's look at the rest of the event. We've got Prophet Orbs, that's pretty standard. It's all the usual stuff. This time we're getting Forest 5 stars, we're getting Abyss 5 stars, your usual Light and Darks for 40 and 50, and then Ithaca for 60 points. That's really good. We knew Saja was coming, that was leaked last week, but I had no idea that Ithaca was going to be given as the hero, and Ithaca is so good. Considering the changes that have happened to Broken Spaces, I mean, how difficult is Stage 8 and Stage 9 if you don't have a really good team? Well, the best way to beat them without getting a Transcendence hero is Ithaca. Ithaca is so strong. So if you guys are sitting on some Prophet Orbs that you want to burn, you can potentially get yourself 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 copies of Ithaca this week. But, as I said, you might want to save your Prophet Orbs because there could be some bigger events coming down the line that offer a little bit more. The added bonuses for this week are for spending, so Orbs won't get you anything in addition. So many people would argue it's worth saving Orbs, but if the idea of maybe one Ithaca tempts you, then perhaps 80 points ain't so bad. Go use 80 Prophet Orbs, maybe do 160, but do you need to use all your Prophet Orbs? Probably not. I would actually save some Prophet Orbs because future events coming up in the holiday season could be pretty good. Next up, we got the Wig Workshop. That's got Punisher of Immortal, pretty standard. It's a really good artifact for early game players, but really, should you be spending money on a Punisher of Immortal? I mean, yes, if you're early game and you need to get your hands on copies of this to complete game modes, getting it to Radiant is nice. The difference between Radiant and Splendid, that's not so significant. Getting a Splendid artifact is nice, especially for Celestial Island, but if you're sat on a Radiant Punisher of Immortal right now, I would just wait for a free one, because that's probably just going to be better value for you, because then you can make it Splendid. Whereas if you go and get it Splendid now, and then you pick up another free one, you're kind of going to kick yourself, because only a Splendid Punisher is really needed for the Celestial Island, where you show off all the fancy artifacts you have, because you get rewarded points and damage and attributes for having a Splendid artifact, or 3 or 4, or a lot more than that if you're a whale. So just be aware that that's the case. I wouldn't go picking this up. I think there's much better picks. Demon Bell, most importantly, is probably the one you want to go ahead and make Splendid. In fact, people are arguing now you need 4 Splendid Demon Bells for a lot of game modes, which is mad, because I know we've always said, oh, 2 Splendid Demon Bells. You need 2 Splendid Demon Bells for energy feed, but for infinite energy, you need 4. So to get the most out of these game modes, 4 Splendid Demon Bells, crazy, really strong. And I'm actually tempted to go ahead and do this on the VIP series, but only if mysterious chests are, of course, at a decent price that I feel is comfortable. In addition, we have Starspawn cores. They're nice, but we really don't need them so much these days, because most people can't even upgrade their Starspawns. I've realized this, actually, starting again and being in an early account. I am stuck, right? Forget the high-end Starspawn stuff. I just need the low-end stuff. But it's really hard to get on a low-end account because you're competing with everybody in the Void Ark. So the leaderboard is where you get all these things, but most players are falling in that lower 10,000 where they just don't get their hands on Starspawn Core 2s. What are you supposed to do? Just grind and grind and grind and pray? It just seems like a really weird model that DH Games are hiding a lot of the Starspawn stuff behind a paywall, but then the lower-end players just can't get access to it at all, or even need to have access to it. So it just seems ridiculous, right? Maybe they should like tier it depending on your level, but it's just not fair. There's a lot of people getting a lot of rewards here, and it's just unfortunate because you got some really big players up here. Like there's Jesus, who's 9th in the Void Ark, and a lot of other people up there as well. We got Kenneth, Cloud, Audi, Gore, all these folks that are really, really powerful, heavy players that know what they're doing in the Void Ark. You ain't got a chance. You just don't have a chance at all unless you've got a full bunch of 15 E5s, and that's a lot of work for a lot of accounts. I mean, a lot of free-to-play players take forever to get E5s, let alone 15 of them. So I'm aware of the struggles. Building Star Spawns is hard, and it's just not fair for players. So for those of you that are really struggling to upgrade your Star Spawns, I feel you. So I totally get it. I don't think you actually need to pick up the Star Spawn cores from campaign, because for a lot of you guys, it just doesn't matter, right? You're just not going to need them for a while, and when eventually you do need them, okay, great, cool. But it takes forever to get all the materials and resources you need to upgrade a Star Spawn, so that'll be once in a blue moon. So maybe pick them up if you do happen to stumble across the moment where you need them, but for now, I think you're fine. In addition, we've got Andrea, Waldeck, Garuda. Yeah, I mean, nice. Garuda's free. That's awesome. I mean, a lot of players who are just starting the game are given a lot of copies of Garuda, and if you really can't get your hands on anybody else, a free Garuda is good, because Garuda is the benchmark of a first E5, so I guess if you can't build anyone else, Garuda is good to go for, considering you get free copies anyway, plus this, boom, you're off. Fantastic. The skin, totally not worth it. The only things worth grabbing here now are Prophet Orbs and Scrolls, and with what's left over, obviously Spirit and Gold. So that's the Wig Workshop. Pretty standard stuff. Heroic Miracle, let's go. Oh, it's so good, man. Heroic Miracle is potentially one of my favorite things because they often give some really powerful heroes just for doing 2 light 5 stars, 2 dark 5 stars, 3 forest, 3 abyss, 3 fortress, and 3 shadow. And all you have to do is summon them. You can get them from fusions, you can get them from the bag, from shards, you can get them from cores. There's loads of ways to pick up 5-star heroes. So what do we get? Onkiramaru. Why? Just not a good hero. I'm aware he's new, and I see the fact that DH Games like, there you go, have him. He has one purpose in this game. One purpose, and that's as a tenant, right? If you go ahead to the Celestial Island, you go into the Cloud Island, you go and click this, and you go see, right, where does Onkiramaru come up? First of all, you're not going to be using Onkiramaru as a householder. Absolutely not. Nonsense. The only way you're ever going to use an Onkiramaru is actually for Sword Flash, because he's a tenant here, but arguably no, Inosuke is a much better tenant, so get lost. Really, you can just use him for Eloise right here, but wait, no, I don't want to, because Ithaqua's an option as well. So you'll probably just find that you're not going to be using Onkiramaru as a tenant, unless of course you want to use him for Sword Flash. He's a very niche hero, not necessary in the slightest, and I just don't appreciate him. I don't think he's that good. He's not very strong, a bit disappointing. Death passive is anticlimactic. Yeah, really disappointing hero to pick up. There could be so many better heroes on here, so yeah, it's a shame. It's the one thing that lets this event down, really. I thought Ithaca was cool, Sarge is cool, but Onkiramaru, not cool at all. But you know what is cool? Almost Workshop's back, so that's going to be really, really, really nice for the VIP series, because it means I can finally start working on my splendid demon bells, which should be very fun. So if you want to see that, guys, be sure to subscribe and check out the VIP series. And also we have Glorious Boost, which is where you can pick up your artifacts to fuse them together in the Almost Workshop. There's Candy Bar, Kiss a Ghost, Receptor, Punisher of Immortal, Wildfire Torch, and Snowheart, all available this week. I really don't like this selection. Considering the other selection, which is the one, basically the rest of the exclusive artifacts, gives Augustus Magic Ball, Golden Crown, and Demon Bell. Checking out this, the only standout artifact here is really Punisher of Immortal, and that's only for early game players that need to get their first 3 copies. They get a Radiant one, so they can start doing good stuff in either Seal Lands, the Void Vortex, or potentially in Aspen Dungeon as well with the ticks, but you don't even need Punisher of Immortal for that. You can get by just fine with a singular Kiss of Ghost. So yeah, bit disappointing, I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, it happens all the time, right? This always comes around. It's not that exciting. So yeah, I would say just save, wait for Demon Bells, wait for Golden Crowns, wait for AMBs. I'm definitely just going to be chasing Demon Bells now, I think. So yeah, not a big fan of this. I guess we just got to wait for next month, and hopefully better artifacts. Well, definitely better artifacts. There's no hope about it. We know it's going to happen. It's always these 2 selections, and this is the weaker of the selections, guys, but it's got to come. Someone wants a Punisher of Immortal out there. Whatever you do, don't pick up Candy Bar, don't pick up Kiss of Ghost, don't pick up Wildfire Torch. They are given for free way too much, and Wildfire Torch sucks. It's such a niche artifact. Don't get it. Snowheart, I get it's an energy artifact. Ooh, the appeal, the excitement. Demon Bell is a much better energy artifact. Grab that. So yeah, that's everything. We've taken a look at all of this week's stuff. We've mentioned the new things that are coming out on Wednesday, so be sure to prepare for that. One thing I didn't actually mention is the gem purchases. You get more gems from here. That's nice. But the gems that you get were never good anyway. Look at this. So, not very exciting. The only thing I can say about the gem purchases is the prices are much more realistic of what they are in dollars to pounds. $79.99 is what it should be for me to go ahead and spend $100. But unfortunately, no, DH Games love to make it $89.99, which is not the correct conversion. And believe it or not, I spend way more in the UK, and I'm sure a lot of people who are abroad as well also spend a lot more money. But then again, you've got to remember, our friends in America, their price doesn't include tax, I believe. So they may also end up spending a little bit more as well. But anyway, there you go, folks. That's it. Let's go take a look at next week before we finish. We've got the Treasure Hunter's Labyrinth, so it's Sky Labyrinth, pretty standard. You know what that is. Mysterious Chests are offering Drake, which is awesome, finally an awesome hero from the chest. We got Russell last time, which was really good. Now Drake. DH Games are finally giving us really nice heroes. Drake hasn't been offered for free for quite some time now, so getting your hands on a Drake copy as a reward, very good, especially considering, in my opinion, he is the best dark hero in the game, considering that he's necessary for broken spaces and very, very helpful in the Void Vortex. So yeah, really powerful hero. Totally great in Seal Land, totally great in pretty much most game modes. He does fall behind in PvP a little bit, very niche roles there, but still people see success with him, so yeah, can't go wrong with a Drake. And Wishing Fountain is offering Cruz, the best non-imprintable hero in the game, in my opinion, next to Heartwatcher. Honestly, Cruz is beautiful. His final passive to stun opponents is so useful in many, many game modes that you just can't go wrong building a Cruz, giving him a Ruby Scepter and watching him do some really cool stuff. So yeah, the big thing that makes Cruz strong is not the fact he gives energy, it's not the fact he weakens opponents, it is simply this final passive right here, which is when his HP drops below 50% for the first time in battle, there's a 75% chance that he will stun each enemy for 2 rounds. Beautiful. Stunning opponents, disrupting them, punishing them for hitting him. Just really good. Nice way of disrupting your opponent, stopping them during the first turn, and actually allowing your heroes to go do some smacky once the opponent is stunny. So yeah, really good hero, very nice, and of course, Almost Workshop will carry on over, as will Glorious Boost. So yeah, this week's pretty standard. We've got some nice rewards, Moonlight Gifts here. It's not unusual. Moonlight Gift we see, I think, every few months or so. So that's good. And yeah, all in all, it's a really solid event. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know what changes you're excited for. Let me know what you think DH Games are going to do. We'll just have to see on Wednesday, but I'm curious about what your speculations are. Again, do you reckon I've got it right that it's going to be gems in Transcendence packages? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. DH Games are a mystery, so folks, we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, thanks for tuning in. If you want to check out some more of my content, be sure to subscribe. And folks, I'll see you in the next one. But until then, happy idling.